All right, so we have a special guest today because it is Mother's Day. And I told you guys, like I said before, that we were going to be doing a special video to celebrate this. Now, what's a better way to celebrate Mother's Day than with my own very own mom? All right, so Mom, are you there?
I am.
Welcome. I'm so excited to have you on my show.
Oh, this is so much fun. I think we'll have a great day.
I do too. I think Mother's Day and War Dragons could be a really fun mix.
Well, it has been so far. It's like exciting, we get to play together, and so, yeah.
Well, I want to do a little interview with you where we're going to chit-chat about your experiences with War Dragons, maybe your favorite things about it, and then what you think about playing with your own daughters in this game, because now all three of them play.
I know, isn't that great? That's exciting. And it's, in a way, it's kind of cheating because I got all these backup people I can call via telephone. Dude, get in here and back me up. So that is an advantage for sure.
So when it comes to how long you've been playing this game, I know that it was about a week after I started playing, you began playing. And what was your first thoughts when you started this game?
Well, I spent probably the last 7-10 years playing Candy Crush. So for me to pack up and leave all my candy behind, and I went and started playing War Dragons. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot more thinking, more strategy, more activities to keep your mind busy, and more of a challenge. So I thought, man, this is awesome.
Yeah, I agree. And I also was a Candy Crush person. It was bad.
I know. And it's not that you're competitive or anything, but I do want you to know I have passed you on Candy Crush.
Oh.
Yep, you're behind again.
Oh, no. You shouldn't have told me that. You know how I get.
I know. It'll eat at you.
I'll probably end up having to play Candy Crush one day. That's all right. I'll get caught up within a week's time, I'm sure.
Yep. You're pretty good at it.
So, but after about 6 weeks, I know I told you after you get to about a level 6, if you didn't like it, stop playing it. But you continue playing. What level are you now?
91.
91. And then
on one account.
Right.
I have 2 accounts.
Right.
And the other one, I think, is a 78, 72 maybe, somewhere in there, in the low 70s.
Wow. You've really grown a lot, too.
I try to play both my teams like they're not, like it's not an alternate. I enjoy it so much that I act as if I have two different players. I try to back up my best friend, of course, and we share a lot of resources, and we do a lot of talks together. So we try to build. I started my second account, I think, in September sometime. So it was a little late getting started. However, I learned by trial and error. So my second account, even though it's smaller, it's stronger, and its foundation is more secure than what my big account is.
Yeah, that tends to happen, especially in alternate accounts. But like you say, yours isn't necessarily an alternate account because you play them both very equally.
Yes.
It's like having 2 children. You can't choose between them.
Exactly. One is strong and has done well, and the other one is stronger and doing great. So, I don't want to chop off either one of them.
Well, what's your favorite dragon so far?
It definitely has got to be Shimrick. Although Leo is really close to my heart. So it just depends on what the base looks like and what my start attack has to be. If it's a lot of lightning towers, then I go in with Shimrick. If not, then I'll go in with Leo. So I love Leo because it's the name of my dog, which I named after my dad that passed away. So Leo's got a special place. The Shimrick, for me, I love it. I mean, that's my go-to dragon.
I think it's Dad's go-to dragon, too.
I think so. I think he likes to tease me and Angel because he's just ahead of us. And he'll get his shimmerik leveled up before we do, and he has to rub it in and all that good stuff. So he does. He enjoys shimmerik.
It's a good family teasing fun, huh?
Exactly.
I thought it was awesome when you came in and visited, and we were all sitting around, and just like if we were playing Monopoly or Dominoes back in the day, we were all playing War Dragons together, and I just thought that was so very unique.
Well, yeah, times change, and saying, technology has changed, and so you got to be with the times. Back in the day, my parents sat around and played cards around the table, and then I had we did a lot of board games when you girls were growing up, and then the Nintendo came out, so that the Game Boy, and of course that kept all three of you busy in the back seat, and the board games kind of started falling to the wayside, and so you just kind of beat them, and you can't beat them, so you might as well join them, and next thing you know, that's what we're doing. We're sitting around the table playing on our iPads as a team, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, thankfully, us hillbillies get good enough internet where we're from to still play things like this.
Well, I know where you're from. You don't get internet very well. You wouldn't be able to play like you do. I'm out on the farm, but I'm lucky that I'm at the very end of the service, so I do get it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if I was still out at our house, yeah, there would be no War Dragon time at all. I'd have to move in with you.
Right? Just to go home on the weekends, right?
Yeah.
No, that's during the event. You'd have to go home on Monday night.
Yeah.
Back on Wednesday.
It is hilarious. Now, what about trying to juggle? I know that's one thing that I struggle with, is trying to figure out a way to juggle the game and RPW stuff and my job and my kids. Of course, all your kids are grown and gone, but you still have us calling you every day, and you've got a husband and you've got dogs. So how do you juggle your life and the game?
Well, I'm sure all the players have this problem, and I just use it as my outlet. I don't watch television, so while the guys are busy watching their TV shows and we're having TV time, and then that's when I take my War Dragon time. I do want to send out my apologies to a few of our teammates, because I'll join and I'll fall asleep on them while they're running through, because I'm so tired, and I'm thinking, okay, I'll just, help play for another half hour, and then I fall asleep. So then I feel bad because I've let them down. But I travel with it. If we're going places in the car, I have it on enough data on my cell phone that I can keep it up that way. And I have been accused of not getting all my chores done because I'm busy playing War Dragons. And the guys might be a little, are you going to cook dinner? It's like, y'all are grown men. Y'all, if you're that hungry, go fix you something to eat. I'm busy, but I try to cook for them. And of course, the dogs, they're not much of a problem, except they want to get up on my lap, and I get hot because they're trying to play. And it's like, yeah. But no, it's just a want. It's a desire. It's from the heart.
That's true.
It's. I'm not doing it to prove anything. I'm just doing it because I enjoy it. Just because you're a player, put points on the board doesn't mean you're playing with a heart.
That's true. And one of the things is, like, right now we're at the last month of the season, and like you started getting everything you wanted, and it's like nothing new's coming out. At least not for us. I mean, they just came out with some of the Harbinger stuff, but our level doesn't see that stuff. And it's just like, you get in that down slope, and then you're like, okay, I just need to wait it out. In a few weeks, they'll come out with the new season's details, and we'll get all gung-ho about things again and get all excited.
Well, I tell you, when I first started playing, I got too excited. You know, I just wanted to grow and grow and grow and do this and do that. And it took me a while to get myself into a rhythm of the game. You know, not spending my egg tokens. You remember I was constantly spending my egg tokens.
Oh my gosh, yes, I remember.
Yeah, right. But I felt like I didn't have a choice because I needed dragons because I couldn't, you know, beat any bases. So it was like this evil struggle. But now I feel I'm in the swing of things. I'm not having to spend my eggs, or I can save up my 4,000 rubies for my 10 gold chest. And, you know, those things that make you struggle up and probably until you're at level 50, 60. It just feels like you're struggling to maintain, and you can't get your fingers on those prizes. And you're like, if I just had another 1,000 eggs, I could get this, you know, and you get frustrated. But that's the challenge. It's like golf, you know, you just find your niche, you know, it comes to you.
That's true. Like, it really is true. I remember there's like this time period, particularly with like the gold dragons. Like, it seems
that's
like
where I'm at now. It's like forever trying to get a gold legendary dragon so I can up Shimmerik. I can't do nothing with my dragon, so I get that. And I'm just like, yeah, it's a downtime. I can't upgrade anything. Yeah, I'm just bored.
The breeding event is about to happen, and I know this is not going out till later this week, but of course this interview is being done early. What do you hope to breed this breeding event?
My gold legendary dragon. That is, but I'm not even, I don't even have enough gold eggs to upgrade my, you know, storage, not my storage hut, but my other hut.
Your builder's hut?
Your builder's hut, yes, thank you. And so I got to figure out where those eggs are because I'm like totally frozen there. So, yeah, I'm frustrated, but it's okay. I've got like 8 dragons to make the breedable anyway, so don't know that I'll get that many this time. But you'll be proud. I think on one account I've got like 34,000 eggs, which I've never had that many, and the other one's like 28,000.
Nice.
So not like my daughter, who I don't know how you do. You've doubled. You're twice as far down the road as I am.
Yeah.
But it's the more effort you put into it. You know, you and Adam, that's how you.
Well, and the referral bonuses from people like you kind of help me out too.
Yeah, that's absolutely true too. That does help. And you always get so excited with, you know, you got a gift.
Yeah,
so.
I do. I get very excited.
Yep.
Now, another quick question for you, and this is the biggest controversial thing in War Dragons. Now, that is money spending, the pay-to-play players, and the fact that they feel that War Dragons is this greedy business that's all about money. And from what I understand, you're not a spender in this game, but yet you still play, and I never hear you complain. So, what do you think?
Well, I think for Christmas, I think you gifted me like $20 for a Christmas gift or something. And I do pay for my Elite account on both, so that's like $11 a month. Yes, I do spend some, but of course we have the other alt on Squires. It's not an alt account. It's just, it's not an Elite account. We just play it as it is. Outside of that, buying rubies or buying that little special thing that comes up, $4.99, $9.99. I don't have the money for that. I am kind of disabled, and I spend a lot of time at home. And, you know, to put that kind of a financial pressure on my husband for me to play a game isn't quite fair. You know, I just don't see that's right, you know. So I charge his card, you know, for $12 a month, and that's all I. But that's like dinner. I mean,
yeah,
he can afford dinner once a month, for me. So
There's one of
I'm
your
not
dates.
Exactly. I gave up a date for War Dragon. So,
Now,
I'm grateful for those who do spend money, that has the means or the income to do that with, because, oh my gosh, those listen to me, those rubies add up for me. I mean, I know they're only 3 and 6 at a time, but, I appreciate it. I know that one season, I was down to needing like 21 rubies so I could get my 10 gold chests. And every time somebody buys something, I'd be, oh, good, I'm getting closer. And that's how I got it finally, just by people buying. So I get rewarded when people spend money. So does that make me a bad person because I don't spend money?
no.
Not at all.
No, but my point is you've only been playing for like 7 months now. And you know what I mean? You're level 80 some, which is proof that you don't have to spend money to make it in this game.
You want to climb too fast. And that's when, what I was saying earlier, that one spot where you just seem like you're there forever and you're not getting anywhere. Then suddenly, you're wanting to go spend money to help speed things along. But it's not necessarily. My goodness, I played Candy Crush for 10 years and never spent a dime.
That game ticked me off all the time. Especially when it first started out because, you go in and you play that game and then you would get to one of those levels where you would literally try it over 15 times a day for 2 weeks, and you're just and you're like the only way to win is if you bought a pack. And so that I would get ticked off, delete the game, and leave the game for like a month, and then I'd see you were posting something about Candy Crush, and so then I'd re-download it, or you'd ask for some resources, so I'd re-download it, and then I'd see, oh no, everyone's ahead of me.
Right.
And then I get in there and for some reason pass it in the first time. And I'm like, okay, what is going on here?
And, I think with Candy Crush or any of the gambling spin wheel games, I think it's all triggered. I think they already know what they're going to give you. In War Dragons, it's not like that because you're making the shots. You're making the call. You're deciding who your backup is. You're deciding what dragons you're taking in and whether you can defeat or not defeat.
That is such a good point. You have a lot of freedom with this game, really.
Yeah. And, it's... Now, I love Kevin. Kevin's my hero. And I give out granny hugs out to our players. But I have to say, like, if my iPad is down and I can't play 2 devices and I need some backup, I mean, I'm not going to say I haven't gotten irritated because, I feel like I'm being left behind. But it's just because I get so excited. And then when I see other players not playing with my heart, I get a little frustrated, got to put myself in check. It's like, why would you, as the team prizes is 4.5 thousand and you stop at 4.3? I'm like, really? Why?
Yeah, you only need like 100 more points, dude. 100 more.
And I'll be on there. You need resources? What can I do to help?
Yeah, I know. And poor team, they've always thought maybe you were trying to be pushy and bossy, and because it does come off like that. It depends on how you read things, and that's the one thing that is a big downfall about this game set. But there's nothing the game could do about it. It's just like the same thing in texting. Whenever you were sending out a text message, they're reading it the way they interpret it. Not necessarily the way you said it, because you can say one sentence 10 different ways, 10 different emotions. And so, You know what I mean? Like, you might be going, hey guys, get this together. We really want to get these points. And then they're reading it, hey guys, get your crap together,
Right? And I'll put LOL or a smiley face, and they still think I'm being mean. But I think a lot of those players apparently ran off because I don't have that much issue about that anymore.
I don't know.
I think they figured out I'm just a cheerleader on the side going, we can do this, we can do this. But we got one player, man, he is as blunt as they come. He has no problem telling people, well, this is what you need to do. I love him to death. I mean, he don't mean anything by it. I'm going, that's my kind of man right there. He's helped me. I feel like this shepherd, keeping all the sheep together,
Yeah. True. All right, so we've talked about what your favorite dragon is. We talked about how you balance things. Talked about the money side of it, your growth. Mentioned your kids. Okay, I know. All right, so another thing I want to bring up is the fact that we are how many miles apart? Like 1,400 miles apart right now?
A long drive.
Yes, a very long drive.
Oh, my God. It was awful. But the payoff was worth it,
Right, but my point is, this has given us an excuse to talk like all the time.
Well, we're women. We don't really need an excuse. But it's a lot of fun because we'll get on video chat or whatever, and then we get on our dragon game, and then, it's just like you're sitting right next to me, and we're sitting there trying to get things accomplished. And then, oh, my God, when we found out we can four-way talk, that's like, oh, my God, it's just we're around the table playing cards again.
Right?
It's a lot of fun.
Now, the thing that sucks, though, is I've not been able to do that with you as much as I used to between my job and now, especially making videos. I mean, to do a 30-minute video or a 15-minute video, it takes me between an hour and 2 hours between coming up with my plan, putting it together, making the recording, and post-editing. So it's like, oh.
Well, right, and I won't lie. I was having withdrawals back in October, November, December. In the winter months when I had a lot of time on my hands, it was like, oh, where is she? I need her over here. But now that I've got both my accounts up and I am able to back myself up more so, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
I don't get such emotional anger inside of me.
That's one reason I tell the team, alternate accounts for leaving. But the only alternate account that wasn't going to have to leave was yours because, number one, you do tend to back yourself regularly. You're not one of those players that's asking people to back your alts. But number two, like you said before, it's not really your alternate account. It's technically your second account.
Yeah, you could just say like maybe, I'm reliving my childhood. So I have one, this magical teenager that lives deep within me, and I can act like a teenager for a few minutes, and then I have my grown-up one or whatever. I must be a bored-ass woman.
Well, now that summer's going to be here, there's going to be some camping and all kinds of other cool stuff. I know we're planning a trip up in the next few months to go camping, and I can see it now. We're going to all be around the damn campfire.
And they do have Wi-Fi, so we will be able to get service.
Yay! Instead of singing Kumbaya, we'll be singing, dragons.
We'll have to videotape, like a War Dragon song and submit them for one of these contests that they have.
Yeah. That's a really good idea. That'd be funny.
Yep.
We'll have to submit it in your name, though, because I'm in the creators faction. I don't feel like I should be.
Well, it's my idea. Why wouldn't it go in my
There
name?
you go. There you go.
Hey, I got to tell you, there is something I hate about War Dragons.
Okay.
That's the fight pit, or the pit fights, or whatever you want to call them.
The fight pits?
That last event, I hate that event. I almost just don't even want to play it. But I cannot handle not making as many as my goals as possible. But it's a very hard event for me for some reason. I can't seem to gain any ground. I can't seem to hit the levels that I want to hit. I lose a lot of inner fires.
Part of it has to do with the league that we're in and the fact that as the league that we're in, there's also a bunch of players or a bunch of teams that have basically started their own team or fallen and they've climbed their way back up. And so we got sideswiped by a lot of big team players. So I think that has a lot to do with it.
Like, I'm a level 91, and I couldn't take down a level 56.
Oh, yeah, I know. Crazy.
That was crazy. I couldn't understand. I mean, my dragon was, 5 times larger than what I was, attacking. If it was a 12K and I'm taking in Shimmery, I don't know why I wasn't beating this, this level, this island. It was very frustrating. And then I've already stacked, because I lost 2 of them. And I called Chris, going, I lost 1,000 points. It's okay, Mom. It's just a game.
Well, all right. We're going over our time on this video already, so we're going to kind of wrap it up a little bit here, and then we'll just chit-chat. Okay, so I want to say thank you for coming on, and, of course, I want to also say Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Well, thank you, honey, and Happy Mother's Day to you. Did you get your card?
Not yet.
Well, it should have been there by now.
I'll have to look. Yeah, hopefully your stuff isn't there yet because it shouldn't be there by now.
I had to call Adam and make sure I had the right address. I said, no, don't be telling her I'm sending her a card.
Now, it could be in the mail today, but my mail doesn't run for another hour and a half. So, but no, Happy Mother's Day, like I said, and I want to say thank you for willing to come on my show today and chit chat with me in front of the entire world, technically.
Right. Well, I appreciate you loving me enough to ask me. I'm very proud of you, and you're doing a great job with this. And I know not everybody's going to love you, but I don't need to know who don't.
I don't give a crap who does and who doesn't.
I'll go and attack them.
Oh, I just, like I said in many of my other videos, I just want to help out these lower level players because, I mean, like in the very beginning.
We're still learning.
Yeah.
We're still learning. And, and we may not have the perfect strategy, but whatever strategy we have, we own it, we like it, we use it,
That's right. That's exactly right. And hopefully I can help somebody with something along the way, right?
Exactly. And, of course, always stop by and I'll give you a granny hug.
So yeah, if you guys want to, stop by and say hello to my mom, she is Royal Pain Mama on my team, which is Royal Guardians. So you can send her a little message. All right, guys. Well, that will be it with my mommy today. We will chat with you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up. And of course, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, sign up for notifications so that you don't miss out on future videos, and then of course, have a happy Mother's Day. Happy hunting!